Good morning students. Thank you very much students for clicking on my video. I am your Nagini ma'am chemistry mentor. Today I am going to discuss about the adsorption topic students from surface chemistry lesson. This is second PUC topic. In this section I am giving the one best trick also, how delta G, delta H, delta S is equal to negative. Okay na? So after this topic students you can feel very easy. You can easily understand in this section students this adsorption topic. Okay, now I'm going to discuss students. Before going to discuss adsorption, first I'm going to start with surface chemistry definition. So what is surface chemistry students? It is a branch of chemistry which studies about the various phenomenon taking place at the surface students. What is surface chemistry Nana? See here, what is surface chemistry? What is surface chemistry students? Definition: it is a branch of chemistry. It is a branch of chemistry which studies about the various phenomenon taking place at the surface. Clear? At the surface, that's a we can call it as surface phenomena students. Understanding? So here various phenomenon taking place at the surface students. Now in this surface chemistry, first topic is adsorption. Now I am going to discuss about the adsorption. First of all, what is adsorption? Clear? What is adsorption? What is adsorption? See students, what is adsorption? Adsorption means it is a process in which the layer of a liquid or gas stays on the surface of the solid is called adsorption, or we can call accumulation of particles on the surface called adsorption. Are you following students? What is adsorption? So it is a process in which the layer of a liquid, so that means here the layer of liquid or gas which stays on the surface of the solid students. Okay, surface of the solid. So what we can take example students here, otherwise we can tell another definition: accumulation of particles on the surface called adsorption. Accumulation of particles. Understanding students? Or accumulation of particles on the surface. Clear Nana? On the surface is called adsorption. So here we can take one example students: painting of a wooden articles. Okay, now what is the example students? What is the example? Painting of a wooden article. Now see Nana, so here painting is calling as adsorbate. What we will call adsorbate, and wooden article is calling as adsorbent. Are you understanding? It is calling as adsorbate, it is calling as adsorbent. So what is the definition? The layer of liquid or gas which stays on the surface of the solid. For example students, we can tell another example also. What is that here? The setting of layer of dust particles on the furniture. If you see in your classroom students, on the which one students? Furniture. If you observe the furniture surface students, so much of dust particles will be there, correct? That means the dust particles adsorbed, that means they will settle on the surface of the furniture. Are you understanding? That is nothing but adsorption. Clear this one? That is setting of layer of dust particles on the surface of the furniture. That also we can take, that is example of adsorption students. And otherwise see here, painting of a wooden article. Now in this painting students, what we can tell? Adsorbate. Painting is acting as adsorbate. Wooden article is calling as adsorbent. Are you understanding students? Or we can take another example. What I told you, students, example 1, this is example 2. What is example 2, students? Setting off layer of dust particles. Setting off layer of dust particles. Dust particles on a furniture. Okay, on a furniture. Now these dust particles, the layer of dust particles is acting as adsorbate. Are you following? And this furniture is acting as adsorbent. Are you understanding, students? Adsorbent. Clear, Nana? So these are the two examples, students. So in this adsorption, setting of layer of dust particles, that means these are the gas particles. Are you following? Dust particles. The layer of a liquid or gas which stays on the surface of the solid. Okay, now that means, for example, painting, it is a liquid which stays on the wooden article. Painting of a wooden article. Are you understanding? Wooden article is solid. Are you clear? On the surface of the solid. So painting of a wooden article, here painting is liquid and wooden article is it is the solid surface. Are you following? So this is nothing but adsorption. Are you clear this one? So what is the adsorption, students? Accumulation of particles on the surface is nothing but adsorption. So here we can take two examples, students. Painting of a wooden article or setting of layer of dust particles. This is adsorbate, adsorbent. Okay. Now what is adsorbate? What is adsorbent? Now see, students, what is adsorbate? Adsorbate is nothing but the substance which is adsorbed. Are you following? What is adsorbate, students? A substance which is adsorbed. Now definition, see, Nana. Adsorbate. What is adsorbate? The substance. A substance which is adsorbed. Clear this one? Which is adsorbed, that is adsorbate. Clear this one? Next, what is adsorbent? What is adsorbent, students? A substance on the surface of which adsorbate is adsorbed. A substance on the surface of which adsorbate is adsorbed. Which adsorbate is adsorbed. Clear this, students? Which adsorbate is adsorbed. That is nothing but adsorbent. Clear this one? So this is adsorbent, adsorbate. Clear this, students? Clear? So this is about the adsorption, students. Now in this adsorption there are two types, Nana. One is positive adsorption, another one is negative adsorption, students. Okay, now so here this is we are calling as adsorption. What is absorption? What is the difference between ad and absorption, students? Adsorption means just setting off layer of dust particles on the furniture. We can tell this example. Okay, now, or the layer of a liquid which stays on the surface of the solid. What is absorption? In this process, adsorbate is thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. Okay, Nama. So what is absorption, students? See here. What is absorption? What is absorption, students? What is absorption? Absorption is nothing but it is a process in which adsorbate is thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. What is adsorption? Absorption. This is absorption, students. What is absorption? It is a process in which adsorbate is, okay, it is thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. Clear this one? Thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. So that means adsorbate to adsorbent both are mixed with one another, students. That is nothing but absorption. It is thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. Are you understanding? For example, on the cloth, just you sprinkle the water. What will happen, students? What will happen? That the cloth is absorbing inside. Are you clear? So that is nothing but absorption. Clear, Nana? That means adsorbate is thoroughly distributed in the adsorbent. Okay, Nama. So that is nothing but absorption. Now I am going to discuss about the types of adsorption, students. What are the types of adsorption? Now types of adsorption. Okay, what are the types of adsorption, students? In types of adsorption, Nana, two types are there. First one is positive adsorption. First one is positive adsorption. And second one is negative adsorption. Negative adsorption. Clear, students? One is positive adsorption, another one is negative adsorption. See here, what is positive adsorption? Positive adsorption means when the concentration of adsorbate is it is higher on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid, is called positive adsorption. What is the definition, students? What is positive adsorption? When the concentration of adsorbate is more. Concentration of adsorbate is more on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid is calling as positive adsorption. That means when concentration of adsorbate is more on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid, it is calling as positive adsorption. Clear this one? That means what, students? Here concentration of adsorbate, here two words I am using, new words, adsorbate to adsorbent. So I gave you already idea what is adsorbate. Painting on the furniture, painting is it is calling as adsorbate and furniture is calling as adsorbent. Okay now, so if suppose concentration of adsorbate is more on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid, okay now, that means adsorbate concentration, if it is more on the surface is acting as arrow, which one, students? Adsorbent. Okay nama, so that means here adsorbate concentration, if it is more, then we'll call it as on the surface. If it is more, that is calling as positive adsorption. Clear, Nana? For example, this is the surface, students. Okay now, this is the surface, this is acting as adsorbent. Okay, adsorbent. Now adsorbate concentration is more. Adsorbate concentration is more on the surface than in the interior of the solid. This is acting as which one, students? Adsorbate. Okay, this is calling as adsorbate. If the concentration of adsorbate is more on the surface of the solid than in the bulk or interior of the solid, that means interior of the solid very less. Clear? So that means adsorbate concentration, that means adsorbate solution, if its concentration is more on the surface and the interior of the solid if it is less, then we'll call it as positive adsorption. Here we can take one example, students. I will tell you first negative adsorption also I will discuss definition, then I will discuss the example, students. See here, what is negative adsorption, Nana? Negative adsorption means when the concentration of adsorbate okay, adsorbate is less on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid. Clear this one? Or interior of the solid, students. That is calling as negative adsorption. Here now see, students, one example. This is the adsorbent. This is adsorbent. This is the surface of the solid, adsorbent. Now on this one, adsorbate particles will be there, but concentration is less when compared to interior of the solid. This is the solid, interior means inside. Here more concentration will be there, more number of particles will be there. Are you understanding? So then it is like this is there, we'll call it as negative adsorption. Are you clear this one? Okay, now the concentration of adsorbate is less on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid. Here we can take one example, students. Concentrated HCl is shaken with animal charcoal. Now what example we can take, students? Here example, which one? Concentrated KCl is shaken with concentrated HCl is shaken with, it is shaken with which one, students? Animal charcoal. charcoal. Okay, this one we can take it as example, students, for positive adsorption. I am taking as a concentrated KCl. That means here in the concentrated KCl solution, so KCl concentration will be more. Are you following? So that's why whenever shaken with animal charcoal, okay, what is first of all animal charcoal, students? What is this animal charcoal? Animal charcoal is nothing but it is obtained by the calcining of bones in a closed vessel. Are you following? Calcining of bones. Which bones? Animals bones. Understanding? So calcining bones in a closed vessel. Okay. So this animal charcoal, calcining bones means what, students? What is calcination? Are you understanding? What is animal charcoal? Animal charcoal means it is obtained by calcining of bones in a closed vessel. Calcining of bones in a closed vessel. Understanding? Calcining of bones in a closed vessel. It is nothing but animal charcoal, students. Understanding? So animal charcoal is formed by the calcining of bones. Which bones? Animals bones. What is calcining, students? What is again calcining? Calcination is nothing but it is a process of heating of ore. Are you following? It is a process of heating of ore below its melting point in the limited supply of air. Are you understanding? That means it is the heating process, students. By heating the bones in a closed vessel below its melting point in the limited supply of air. Understanding, Nana? What is calcination, students? What is calcination? Calcination is nothing but what, students? Calcination. It is the process of heating of ore. It is the process of heating of the substance. It is the process of heating the substance, students. Okay, heating of the substance in a limited, below its melting point in the limited supply of air. Okay, now below its melting point in the limited supply of air. In the limited supply of air. Clear, Nana? What is calcination, students? Calcination is nothing but it is the process of heating the substance below its melting point in the limited supply of air. Okay, now so that's why here animal charcoal is prepared by calcining of bones in a closed vessel. In a closed vessel, students, by heating the bones, okay, now by burning of bones, what will happen in the limited supply of air below its melting point? That much temperature have to apply. Then you will get the animal charcoal. Black color powder you will get, that is calling as animal charcoal. Clear, Nana? This animal charcoal is used as filtering agent, Nana, in sugar refining. Where using? In the purification of sugar. It is acting as a filtering agent. Clear this one? In sugar refining. And also we can use this one as disinfectant, and also it is used as a adsorbent. Are you following? What are the uses of animal charcoal? Uses. What are the uses, students? Uses of animal charcoal. What are the uses, students? Animal charcoal. First one is it is used as a filtering agent. First of all, it is used as filtering agent in sugar refining. Where using, Amma? Sugar refining is nothing but purification. In sugar purification, it is used as a filtering agent by the filtration. So in this process, filtering what we are using? Animal charcoal. By using this animal charcoal, sugar purification will be there, students. Understanding, in industries, sugar they are purifying by using animal charcoal. Are you understanding? So it is used as a filtering agent in sugar refining, and also it is used as a disinfectant. How to use, Nana? Disinfectant. Are you clear? Disinfectant. And also it is used as adsorbent. Clear, Nana? So these are the uses of animal charcoal. Clear, Nana? How to get animal charcoal? By burning of animal bones in the limited supply of air. Understanding? So burning is nothing but calcination. So calcination is nothing but it is a process of heating the substance, okay, now below its melting point in the limited supply of air. That is nothing but calcination. Understanding? So we are using this one, filtering agent, sugar refining, like this. Now see what example I told you students here. Positive adsorption. So in the positive adsorption, I told you concentrated KCl is shaked with animal charcoal. Correct? Animal charcoal. Concentrated KCl is nothing but it is having the more solute. Are you following? Solute concentration is more. Clear, Nana? So the solute particle size is more when compared to the solvent particle size, students. Clear? So that's why only solvent particles. This is solute particles. These are the solvent particles. Whenever concentrated KCl is shaked with animal charcoal, what will happen? The only solvent particles can enter into the inside. That means interior of the solid. Understanding? Only less number. Only more number of solute particles are accumulate on the surface of the adsorbent. Clear? So this we can tell. Example, this is a positive adsorption. Now coming to the negative adsorption, here I am taking concentrated KCl. Here I am taking as dilute KCl. See here, what is the example I am taking? Diluted KCl. Diluted KCl means the concentration of KCl is less. Understanding? That means solute percentage is less. If the solute percentage is more, we'll call it as concentrated KCl. If the KCl concentration is less, we'll call it as diluted. So diluted KCl is shaked with animal charcoal. Clear, Nana? Animal charcoal. It is shaked with animal charcoal. Diluted KCl means only less number of solute particles will be there. More solvent will be there. This solvent is easily enter into the inside. That means interior of the solid. Are you understanding? This is the interior of the solid. Here more number of solvent particles can enter. Here less number of solute particles only can accumulate on the surface of the solid. This is calling as negative adsorption. That means adsorbate concentration is less on the surface than in the interior of the solid. Here positive adsorption means when the concentration of adsorbate is more on the surface than in the bulk or interior of the solid, it is calling as positive adsorption. Understanding, Amma? So what is animal charcoal, students? Here I discussed about this one, animal charcoal. What is animal charcoal, students? It is obtained by calcining of bones in a closed vessel. Okay, na? Bones is nothing but animals' bones. Calcination. What is calcination? Heating process. Okay, na? By heating of bones, here it is a process of heating the substance. Means heating of the bones below its melting point in the limited supply of air. Understanding? So just we are supplying the limited supply of oxygen. Clear? Then we'll get the animal charcoal powder. So where it is using, students? It is used as filtering agent in sugar refining. Clear? In sugar refining is nothing but purification. In sugar purification, okay, na? Purification also animal charcoal is using, and it is used as disinfectant, and that means it is used as a filtering agent in disinfectant to remove the infects, and also it is used as a adsorbent. Clear this one? So this is the adsorbent. In this concentrated KCl is acting as arrow adsorbate. Are you following? This animal charcoal is acting as adsorbent. Are you following, students? Adsorbate to adsorbent. Okay, Dhamma? So I hope you understood this video, students. Okay, if you like this video, please like, share, comment and subscribe my channel, students. Thank you very much, students.